Welcome to box making. Notice I'm using an adhesive, white glue, imported from the first grade. Aliphatic resin, or Titebond 1, also known as carpenter's glue, may be used as well. It dries much faster, much harder, and is more brittle. Either the white glue or the aliphatic resin may damage your tooling. Sandpaper, joiner knives, planer knives. Either one needs to be removed, and I prefer about 30 minutes after it starts to dry. Gravity again is my friend. I've inserted the bottom shelf, the mid shelf, and now we will put the second side on, align, and fix with a nail or a staple in this case. I like a 1/4 inch crown staple, 1 1/4 inch long. This keeps the cabinet together before I use the screws to keep it fastened together. The orientation of the nail gun can be very important. The manufacturer has created a built-in angle, and if you use that to your advantage, notice if it were to overshoot, it may go towards the bottom rather than inside the cabinet. I will very carefully turn the cabinet over, verify the alignment of the shelves, and set with a few more staples. Don't forget to transfer a line so that the stapler knows where it belongs. Now we're going to pre-drill using a 3-in-1 drill bit. Through the hole that we previously drilled through the mouth of the dado, now we are getting a pilot hole, a clearance hole, and a countersink hole for the number 8 by 1.5 inch coarse thread screw. Drywall screws are not ideal in this situation. And when we're installing cabinets, drywall screws are illegal. We like quick screws at school. We will complete the pre-drilling and screwing the cabinet together. The screws ensure that the bottom of the dado and the end of the shelf are in contact of one another. If not, the side may not come home to the end of the shelf. Therefore, the cabinet will have a bubble across its width. Once again, we can measure the diagonals to check for consistency or square. And a little squish will hopefully push it in to within a 1/16 of square, which is perfect. Next up, the cleats. Again, the cleats allow for easy lifting and maneuvering around the shop and loading into the truck, and facilitate the installation of hardware and installing into the kitchen. Again, on its side will allow for the nail gun to close the joint. And here goes some more nails. Good thing they're cheap. And a few screws in the end of each cleat to make sure they don't spin. And I think we're getting close. Notice that the back will be a plant-on back, 3/4 of an inch thick, and the cleat has to be 3/4 of an inch thick, based again on the code or the uniform building code for kitchen installation. There are several ways to install a back on a cabinet, and I have found through industry that the full back at 3/4 thick can be the quickest way out, as well as squaring the cabinet up using the back that was cut square. Keep the gun perpendicular to the cabinet as you install the screws. I'm using a magnetic tip, which helps. See you next time.